Once upon a time, there were two little boys whose name was Leo and Harry. And they lived in a house which was 2 stories with a little white fence out the front and a sand pit out the back. The last time we spoke about a house like that, does anyone remember what was being said?
Georgie Porgy.
Georgie Porgy. Georgie Porgy. And one day it was Saturday morning and the 2 little boys wanted to do something fun. So they asked very politely and used their best manners and said, "Father, could you please take us for a drive for a special adventure to a park? Or better yet, to some kind of forest?" And Daddy said, "Sure.
And Dad,
Let's roll."
The tiger and the owl found sick, and the 3 people looked after them.
Oh, okay. So they all hopped in the car and off they went, and they drove to a special picnic place where they'd been once or twice before and they'd promised to come back. It was a picnic place which was on the edge of a forest, and in the forest there was a nice little stream, and the little stream led to a waterfall. It was all very beautiful. All very beautiful indeed. So they pulled the car up and they planned to have a nice little relax. But when they got there, they were shocked, because what could they see but 2 little injured animals? There was a owl who had a sore wing, and there was a tiger who had a sore paw. It wasn't a full-grown tiger; it was a tiger cub, and it wasn't a full-grown owl. It was an owl chick.
The owl one was just twisted up.
I was a bit twisted.
Like this.
Ah. So Harry went over to the owl and Leo went over to the tiger. And Harry said to the owl, "Are you okay, little fella?" And the owl looked at Harry and he used his other wing and he pointed to the wing that was sore. And Harry said, "What is it?" Harry said, "What is it? Is it your wing?" And then the owl nodded. And what did Harry say next?
I can untangle that.
Oh. And then, would you like me to untangle that? And then the bird nodded again. And then what happened?
He untangled it.
And then, with the untangled wing, he high-fived Harry and said, "My name's Yago." And then Leo went over to the tiger, and the tiger showed Leo his little paw that was sore. And what did Leo say then?
Are you pull that thorn out of your paw?
Would you like me to pull the thorn out?
Yep.
And the tiger
I'll
nodded.
just use my finger there as a sweetest pull. Ta-da!
My finger tweezers, and he yanked it out. And then the tiger let out a little wow. And then what happened?
He said, "Wow, I'm tired."
Wow.
And then they found Georgie Porgy on the sky.
Tiger high-fived Leo
And said, "Hey, I'm tired, man." And Georgie Porgy was still on the front.
So then Daddy went back to the car and he heard a knocking sound coming from the boot, and he opened the boot and Zoe was in there, and out she popped and she said, "Surprise." Daddy said, "What on earth are you doing here?" And she said, "Well, I didn't want to miss out on the trip to the forest and to the stream and whatnot, and besides, how come no one's over there helping that poor little unicorn?" And Daddy and Harry and Leo looked at each other and said, "Well, we didn't see the unicorn. We saw Yago the owl, and we saw Tiggey the tiger. None of us even saw that unicorn over there." And Zoe, well, she really liked unicorns, you see, and she ran over there as quickly as she could. She really wanted to help it. Unfortunately, the unicorn had a really sore horn. See, he wasn't paying attention this morning and was running along as fast as he could, and he crashed his horn into the side of a tree. I think he might have bent it slightly. And
he's a boy.
He looked at Zara and said, "Is my horn?" She looked at Zara and said, "Is my horn on straight?" And Zara looked, and the horn was not on straight. It was almost sideways, and pointing up a little bit more than it should have.
And Daddy?
She didn't know what to do.
Can the unicorn be a girl, not a boy?
Okay, so the girl unicorn had a bent horn, and Zoe said, "Listen, this is going to hurt just a wee bit, but you're going to have to be brave. Can you be brave for me? And do you trust me, unicorn? Do you trust me?" And the unicorn looked at Zoe and nodded its little head. And then Zoe said, "Okay, think of something that makes you laugh." And the unicorn thought about the time when she thought about the time when the daddy unicorn dropped a glass on the ground and smashed, and everyone got mad at him. That made her happy. And then Zoe said, "Okay, now think of something which makes you relaxed." And the unicorn thought about flying ever so relaxed through the sky and through the clouds. And just as she was thinking that, yank, Zoe yanked the horn back to what was now back in its perfect straight position. And now the unicorn felt better again. And then the unicorn, whose name was Unicorn, and Tiger, his name was Tiggey, and the owl, his name was Yago, decided to have a little play together. And then the three kids had a little play together. And then Daddy said, "Rightio, it's time to go home." And all the animals and the kids said, "No, we don't want to. And besides, we've just found these special creatures. Why don't we see if there's anything they'd like to do?" And the creatures all hopped in a little huddle, and the kids hopped in the huddle with them to decide what to do next. All Daddy could hear was
huddle?
A huddle, like a little circle. A circle of people. And all Daddy could hear was pss, 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 pss. And he saw some pointing up towards the sky, and then some more pss, 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 pss. And then some pointing to the car they came in, and then more pss, 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 pss. And then pointing at Daddy's wallet, and then more pss, 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 pss. And then pointing back to the sky again. And then they left the huddle. They turned around and said to Dad, "Right, we've made a decision." Daddy said, "What is it?" And the children of the animals all said, "We want to go into outer space, and we're not leaving this park until we do." Daddy said, "Well, I don't exactly have a rocket anywhere handy, but I'll see what I can do." And they said, very good.
I know what the wallet and the car that were pointing for was.
Why?
The car was drive to the rocket shop. Wallet was buy money. Buy rockets.
Oh, that might be what happened.
They're not leaving the park until they get a rocket ship.
Well, that's true as well. So, Daddy said, "All right, I need you all to lie down there and go and sit over there near that picnic table, please, and have a little relax. I need to get to work, and I need to see if I could do something really special. But you got to promise me you're not going to watch." And they all said, "We promise." And 10 minutes later, Daddy was back. That was quick, they thought. Didn't look any different. I certainly didn't see anything any different. Only this time, Daddy came with some supplies. You see, he'd come with some little helmets he'd made, which they all popped on their heads, and he asked them all to lie down in the grass and shut their eyes. They had their little space helmets on. They all lied there and closed their eyes. And Daddy said, "Now I need you all to listen very carefully. Lie there nice and still with your eyes closed, because we're about to go on an incredible space adventure." The three children of the three animals were all so excited. A space adventure. And they said, "Are we really going on a space adventure, Daddy?" And Daddy said, "Yes, we are." And they said, "Like, really? Are we really going on a space adventure?" And Daddy said, "Yes. Yes, really, we are." And then Yago said, "Wah!" And Tiger said, "Meow."
And the unicorn said, "No."
And the unicorn said, "No." And then Daddy said, "Wah! Meow, Nay.
What's all the noise in here?
So, we are going on a space adventure. And then Daddy said, we're going to go to places you've never seen before. We're going to see things you've never seen before and hear things you've never heard before. Smell things you've never smelt before. And possibly touch things you've never touched before as well. It's going to be an adventure like you've never seen. And it's all going to happen in outer space. They were all so excited. Every single one of them. And then Daddy said, okay, let's stand up everyone, now follow me. And they all hopped in a line, they followed Dad. And Dad first took them for a walk along past some trees alongside the running stream. And then down some rocks. At the bottom of the rocks was a pile of sand. Once they got to the sand, Dad said, okay, everyone bend down, open your hands and pick up a handful of what this little coarse, cream-looking coloured, tiny little rock thing is. They all picked it up and they had a little look. And then they said, okay, put them down. It was sand, pop down. And they said, now let's go over here to the water. Everyone put their hand in and pick up this nice, smooth, ruddy liquid. And let's pick it up and pop it down. Yes, it was water.
But I know the Yago couldn't pick it up because it would wet his feathers and he wouldn't be able to fly.
Oh, well, I hadn't thought of that. So you're right, Yago couldn't pick it up, but he put his beak in and had a little sip.
I just holded it for you.
He had a little drink.
I just holded it for Yago.
And then they went for a walk over to the grass. And then Dad said, okay, everyone, gently run your hands over the grass. Touch the grass and feel what it feels like, which they did. And then they heard a squawking sound. And there was a bird flapping its wings and flying past overhead. And they also saw some clouds. And Dad said to all of them, what do you think of your space adventure? And they all said, what are you talking about? We're not on a space adventure. We're on Earth. Dad said, yes, you are on Earth. However, Earth and all the people and creatures and plants and everything living on Earth is also on a space adventure. And I said, what are you talking about? We're on Earth. Earth's not a space adventure. Dad said, yes, it is. There are trillions and trillions and trillions of planets and stars and comets and rocket ships all around this universe. And we are just one tiny little planet. One tiny little planet in our solar system, in the Milky Way galaxy, which is just one of millions and millions of other galaxies. It's not like there's only one planet or one galaxy. There's lots and lots and lots and lots, which means we are space explorers because our planet is flying as fast as it can around the sun every year, every day, every minute. And all the other planets are doing the same.
So high.
Yes, but we are space explorers because right now, Daddy said, we're all standing on a planet which is in the middle of space, moving through space faster than we could ever run ourselves. And so anyone on this planet is a space explorer. So our job is to explore this planet as much as we can. We must look at all the things that we can see, all the things that we can smell, all the things that we can hear.
Can we go to Mercury? But then Yago said, can we go to Pluto?
We go to Pluto, little fella. And so...
Looking for Zoe out.
And so they all realised that being on Earth was very special because Earth is a very special planet. And they all agreed.
Yago said, can we go to Mercury?
And Dad said, soon, Yago, just wait, be patient. We'll go to Mercury once we've explored this very special planet that we're on.
Yeah, but we've already explored the whole world.
Really? The whole world?
Yeah.
You have not, Yago. All you've done is put your little beak inside that stream and roll around in the sand. Now you want to go to Mercury. And by the way, there's no worms in Mercury for you, Yago.
But
Nothing.
I just flew around the whole world, and when I came back, I flew and hit myself and twisted my wing.
Oh, is that after doing a whole lap?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what's your favourite place on Earth that you've been to, Yago?
Africa.
And what's your favourite thing to eat on Earth, Yago?
Worms.
And what's your least favourite thing to eat, Yago?
Two.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that's very tasty at all. And with that, all the animals and all the kids the other day promised, committed, to do as good a job exploring Earth as they possibly could. And once they proved themselves to be the best Earth explorers the world had ever seen, they could go on their next mission to Mercury. To be continued.